those little interactions that I did. And it takes them about 4 hours to do this during the semester because we use the time usage. Now, how do students like it? We have a survey at the end of every module on Best Choice. We used to have, just to get their direct feedback, they can choose one of 6 radio buttons, and then they can enter a comment. We didn't used to ask them to categorize their comment, but it just made it easier for us if they did the categorization. So they choose a category and then submit. Okay? So we've got the 6-point scale and the comments, and the response data is very similar from the different cohorts. We have all the way from the foundation, totally unwashed, totally not university prepared people, all the way up to the medical preparation type class. And the comments and surveys, the range of distribution of these data are just about exactly the same from all these cohorts. In total, we had these are the 2008-2007 data, so you can just see data from 2 years. Over 1,000 comments. We have about 2,000 students in all of this. And 74% were compliments, 12% were criticisms, and 14% were suggestions. And this is just an amazing deal to read the compliments, to read everything, even to read the criticisms, because you know how to improve on the basis of the criticisms. The little survey thing, where I have to only click the radio button, that actually we had 11,000 entered last year, up from 9,000 just previous year, up from 9,000 the year before. The average out of 6 is 4.8 plus, which is pretty darn good. And the percent positives, that is the number who clicked 4, 5, or 6 as opposed to 1, 2, or 3. Is 86%, and what really blows my mind is that 39% of the ratings entered are actually number 6. Okay? I mean, I don't often tick the top in a survey, and it's getting ticked pretty often, and this survey, remember, is exactly immediately after they finish. Here are some comments that kids have entered over the last few years, few months actually. Study for an exam, we can get the right answer and understand more clearly. Very good topic, made me realize some things I did wrong. Used to hate chemistry, but now it's made me very interested in how it is relevant to everything around us. Really good notes, helpful, interactive, great feedback, very clear and precise. It was very hard to understand in lectures, but I've just done this exercise and find it easy. And I like the way you had to work slowly through the calculations, not just enter the answer, but enter all the steps, because this helped understand me a lot. So this is really very, very, I like it when I log in the morning and I find something like that. Now, we bumped up the best choice requirement, as you can see. 1 year we bumped it up by 30% in a bunch of classes. What did it make? Did they start to complain? Okay? The surprising thing was that when we bumped it up, we actually got increased completion of the assessed modules. And so we now have 90 to 95% completion of the assessed modules, meaning both the pre-labs and the assignments, both the pre-labs and the assignments, and this number is based on the number of students who actually sit the exam. Okay? The other blow-your-mind thing is that we had increased usage of the non-assessed content, okay? Because there's heaps of modules there in Best Choice that they don't have to do. And for our big class, our big 1,000, 1,100 student pre-med type class like Dave was talking about before, the required number of clicks was 750. On average, they did 1,200. That's over 1,000 students. So that's actually a huge excess. And no change in student satisfaction, similar results around the percentages. And this is just perfect timing. I'd like to acknowledge particularly, again, my programmer who's done all the programming for this, a man called David Tithridge. He's a magic man. He's a perfect guy to work with. He takes my ideas and adds his own in. I'd like to thank the active users of Best Choice. We have 25,800 who have answered questions on 20 pages, and over 100 have done questions on 1,000 pages. They're my platinum group. And then I'd like to thank the funding that I've got from the University of Auckland, the Royal Society of Chemistry in the UK for the A-level stuff, and the Ministry of Education in New Zealand. And thank you for your attention.